Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to make this knit look crochet neck warmer. And I call it a knit look because to me the stitch looks knit, but you can see there's no gaps. It's super cozy. This is great for the cold weather. And to make this project, we're going to be using this yarn. There's this one ball there's more than enough yarn to make more than one of these, or what you can also find on my website, DIYfromhome.com, is a project where you can make 2 projects with 1 ball of yarn, and that's for a neck warmer and a crochet messy bun hat. For those of you that don't know how to do it, I'm going to show you how I do mine. I just wrap the yarn around my finger, pull up this piece right here a little bit, stick that under, and just pull a little bit through. Okay, then you're going to put your hook in. I'm using a 6mm crochet hook. 5mm also does really well as well. So to be honest, it doesn't make that big of a difference for this project, but if you want to know exactly what I'm using, it's a 6mm crochet hook. Okay, so this is for a children's size. Obviously, make your starting chain bigger if you want it to be for teen or adult. This is for kid size. Pretty much one size fits all, but for kids. So, okay, you're going to chain 60. So to make a chain, you're just going to yarn over your hook and pull through the loop. Yarn over and pull through. Okay, so that's 2 chains, and we're going to do a total of 60. Okay, so sorry about that. Just go ahead and keep on working on your chain until you get to 60, and then come back. So you can pause this video. Okay, so now that you've made your chain, you're going to just hold on to this end because we're going to attach the last chain to our very first chain to make a ring, but you want to make sure that your chain doesn't twist. So hold on to this end and just run your thumb to make sure that it stays all one direction. You do not want it twisting. Okay, when you get to the end, you're going to put your hook in that very first chain that you did. So you've got your last chain and your first chain on the same hook together. Okay. All right, so now you should have your very first chain and your last chain on the hook together. And you're going to close it with a slip stitch. You're just going to yarn over and pull through both. Okay, and then we're going to chain 1 to begin our first round. So in the very first stitch, you're going to do a half double crochet. So you're going to yarn over your hook, push it through that chain, yarn over your hook, pull up a loop. So now you'll have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And that's a half double crochet. So let's do another one in the very next chain. You're going to yarn over, push it through the chain, yarn over, pull up a loop. You got 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and do a half double crochet in every single chain all the way around. Do not close your round, just come right back. So pause the video, go ahead and do your half double crochet in every chain until you get all the way back to the beginning, and then come back. Okay, so now that you've finished doing your half double crochets all the way around and you're back at the beginning, we are going to go ahead and we're not going to close any of our rounds. Okay, so we're about to start round 2, and we are going to, the steps we're going to take right now are going to be the same for this next round and for a total of 25. Okay, so this is the chain 1 space that you started off the last round with. Normally, if we're going to close our rounds, we would do a slip stitch into there. We're not going to do that because, like I mentioned, we're not going to be closing. We're not going to be closing any of our rounds. Okay, so what we're going to do is a back loop half double crochet, and the way that we do that is you're going to yarn over. And instead of going right through our entire stitch, this is normally how we would do it. We would go through our entire stitch. Okay. Oh, sorry, that was my chain. So instead of going right through our whole stitch where you see that V there, we're going to just go right over the top of it and into the back loop only. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. Okay, so you're doing a half double crochet just like you already did for the entire last round. But this one, instead of going through your whole stitch, we're only going into the back loop. Okay, so again, we're going to go into the back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. I'll do one more with you here. So you're going to yarn over, go into the back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 for your half double crochet. Okay, so you can kind of see it starting to take shape where it's pulling the stitch a little bit forward. It's going to start to look like a knit look. So you're going to do your back loop half double crochets all the way around. And like I said, when you get back to the start here, you can use a stitch marker or something if you want, or fold the tail right over there and have it sticking out when you start your next round, so that you can remember where you start for when you're counting your rows. But just make sure that you do not close any of the rounds, and you continue on with these back loop half double crochets for a total of 25 rounds, and then come back and I'll show you how to finish off the project. Okay, so now that you've finished all of your rows, the way that you're going to finish off your project is you're going to take your hook, we're going to close it off with a slip stitch. You're just going to push it through, pull up a loop, and pull right through that loop on your hook. Pull out some yarn. You're going to just take a scissors, cut that, and hide the ends with using a yarn needle. Just weave it in and out of the stitches on the inside, and then come back to the start where you have this piece of yarn, this yarn tail, and again using a needle, you're just going to go on the inside of your project and just weave it in and out some of the stitches to hide it, and that's it, you're done.